These are the faces of hunger, of blindness, of pediatric cancer, of a deteriorating environment, of diabetes. In every country and culture, no one is immune from the challenges of our changing world. But there is hope. What if there was one international organization that could help address these challenges? There is Lions Clubs International. Lions have responded to local and global needs for 100 years. As our next century of service begins, we will focus resources on 5 areas: hunger, vision, pediatric cancer, environment, and diabetes, with a goal of serving 200 million people annually by 2021. As part of this renewed focus, we will work to ensure no child goes to bed hungry, to answer Helen Keller's call to be Knights of the Blind by serving the visually impaired, to expand access to life-saving treatment for children battling cancer, and to protect our environment to make the world a better place for all. Lions and Leos will begin these efforts by striving to control the global epidemic of diabetes and assist those affected by the disease. To help meet these challenges, we will build on our tradition of supporting youth by developing new ways to engage young people as volunteers and leaders in all 5 focus areas. And Lions Clubs International Foundation will be there to support our service and create dynamic, lasting change where it's needed most. The world is changing. We must act today to meet the challenges of tomorrow. This new global focus gives Lions and Leos new opportunities to serve, new ways to unite service-minded men and women around the world, and new ways to meet the challenges of the next century. And just like the first 100 years, Lions will be there, working side by side as the global leader in humanitarian service. Let's embrace this renewed focus together. The world is depending on us.
For you, because I wanted to challenge this idea. Is it possible to make money doing what you love and also helping other people? Like, is it possible to serve other people with and get wealthy at the same time? And it's this idea of like, can you really help people? For me, it all comes down to one thing. Money follows value. If you want to make more money, you need to give more value. And a lot of people don't understand this principle. They're hoping that they can get a raise at their job. I wasn't going to share this, but I'll share it with you anyway. I was going to share actually how I went from making less than $20,000 a year at this company and 4 years later was making $135,000, because I think it demonstrates this point. So like this job that I worked, I made less than $20,000 a year my first year. I was grateful for the job. It was more than I had ever made before. I was 22 years old. So I mean, that meant something, but I was still getting behind and I was going in debt. And so I devised a plan. I basically I figured out after a year that this company had some flexibility. I would go talk to the manager that I had a good relationship with, and I said, hey, I had an idea for something I can do that will help the company and make the company more money. Do you mind if I do it? Dude, who would say no to that? So I basically got permission, and then I wouldn't ask for a raise. I would spend 6 months and I would create value for them. And then I would add up how much extra money I helped them make. Well, 6 months later, I went to them and I said, hey, so thank you for giving me permission to do this thing. I've now, made the company this amount of money. It's pretty awesome. How would you feel about a raise, maybe sharing a little of that with me? And you know what they said? Dude, how do you say no to someone that's like, I put $200,000 in your pocket, will you share a little bit with me and I'll keep doing it for the future? And they said, yeah. So guess what I did then? I said, hey, there's another part of the company that I think I could also improve. Are you okay with that? So I took the next 6 months, I would actually build out that division, I'd help them make more money, and then I'd come back to them and say, hey, so that thing worked out and I made this extra money for the company, do you mind sharing some of it with me? Every 6 months I went for a raise, and every 6 months I got a raise, because how do you turn down someone that creates more value? Well, creating value is actually what creates wealth. And so one of the things that I've found in life, even though it's just a couple of specific examples of how you do it in a job or how I've done it in real estate, there's ideas beyond that. If you want to make more money, stop focusing on what you need and want, know what it is, and then go out there and say, what can I do that can help people? What can I do that can help people the most? And if you sit down and think of how you can bring the greatest value, getting in the habit of giving and paying it forward, that's the service component that's going to come back on you. And then there's one final really, really, really big payoff. The big payoff is after you've been living a lifetime like that, you're gonna look back and you'll have left a legacy. There's gonna be countless people that you've been able to touch, interact, help, give superior service to, create superior value for. And every human being on this planet has a way to create superior value in their own way. It's turnkey and anyone can do it. I've helped countless people engage in that system. So you can head on over to the website and use it if it's gonna be useful for you. It's definitely gonna be a way for you to make a positive impact in your community and touch a family's life.